Good evening, everybody. It's always great to come back to Super Wednesday. Today, I'm going to share a bit about my experience, and also I'm going to give you guys a lot of information on this amazing patch. So I've been with this company for 2 years, patching. In July, it's going to be my 2 years, and I've loved every moment of it. So the one thing that really kept me staying is because of my own health as well. So I've improved greatly. This technology, if you have the patience to use it, if you just believe that your body can heal on its own, and adding on this technology is just a little tool to assist our body to heal faster. This is what I'm presenting today. This is one of my favorite patches. It's called Aeon. And this patch technology was developed in 2011. That's 14 years ago. Can you imagine this little patch right here has been around? The company has been around for 21 years. And Aeon came out 14 years ago. How amazing is this? And a lot of people don't even know about this yet. They're always asking, oh, how is this possible? I'm so skeptical. I don't believe this. That was initially me as well. But now I'm really humbled by the guidance and teaching of the founder, who's a world-class inventor, David Smith as well. This is something that if you are open to listen and learn more, it will help you greatly in your health recovery journey. Or if you're just here to just wanting to better your health, because every day we deteriorate. We're not getting any younger. There's no such thing. However much we exercise or we eat right and things like that, our body still degenerates. This technology is to help us to regain our health, all right, to minimize the visits to the hospital, the doctors, and also to minimize the risk of getting a hefty medical bill. As you know now, the medical bills are crazy. Then this is an insurance for us. When we use this technology every day, it serves as an insurance that we can see benefits of it every single day improving. So that's why it's so powerful. Let's go straight to Aeon. Aeon is the second most powerful patch in the company. The first one is X39. So if X39 was Batman, Aeon is the Robin. It goes hand in hand. So even David Smith himself said that these two patches are the best patches in the company. And the company has 10 different patches. So when we start using the technology, it's always X39 and Aeon first. And why is it so powerful? So after using the X39 Aeon for 6 months, 1 year, you find yourself that you're more relaxed, more calm. People with a lot of anxiety disorder, stress, is very common, you see, depression and all that. When they use this technology, it helps them to calm down and also to think better. Then this was me before as well, because I suffered from anxiety and depression, if you have heard my testimonial before. And it's so amazing that you sleep even better at night. These are the things that it does. And one most powerful point of Aeon, that when you use it, it helps us to clear off the inflammation in our body that is the root cause to all diseases. Along the way, I'm going to explain further on how this works and how it can benefit you, your loved one, and your family members as well. Look at this. The queen bee lives 60 times longer than the worker bees. It's not because their genetic is special, but it's her diet. The queen bee consumes royal jelly, which has a special peptide that allows her to have this extraordinary lifespan. We human beings, we also make this peptide in the liver, but the production declines when we reach the age of 30. We start to go downhill. That's why we all fall sick over time and things like that. If you don't take care, it's going to degenerate even faster. So this is something that was taken from the American Psychological Association, APA. And I can tell you that a lot of us have adverse health effects from stress. Yeah, stress is the root cause to a lot of problems. And 70% of the Americans experience physical and mental symptoms of stress, burnout, throwing tantrums, bad temper, and things like that. So this is something that we need to take note of. And stress comes in two different forms. It can be good stress, where you exercise, you stress your body, your muscle aches after that, you think better. That is good stress, right? So then it turns on the gene to get rid of the damaged cells. That's why exercise is so important. Now, when you use this technology, make sure when you get the energy back, yourself will start to exercise, clear off the inflammation faster, and you'll be healthier faster as well. So bad stress is like, oh, bad relationship with your boss, with your family members, with your spouse, with your partners. These are all bad stress. And if you don't have a way to release your stress, it becomes toxic in you. You know, like a sedentary lifestyle, like smoking, drinking, like a bad diet, fast food, and things like that. People, they are not happy. They keep eating to make them feel happy, but actually it's actually destroying their organs as well. It's something to take note of, guys. If you are in this bad situation, bad space right now, you have to find a way to get out of it as soon as possible, because you're killing yourself. So this is one way that you can help yourself to just feel better in general. the Aeon patch, right? So then this is the scientific research on how the body reacts when we are angry. We first spark the anger, activates the amygdala. It's a station in our brain, all right? And before you're even aware of it, it activates your hypothalamus. So this is like a train station that is all connected in our body. So I'm going to use very layman term to explain to you guys, because some people, if it's too scientific, we shut down. The hypothalamus actually signals the pituitary gland, all right? And by discharging CRH, the corticotropin releasing hormone. And when it activates the adrenal gland, which is in our kidneys, so it secretes stress hormones like the cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline as well. This increases the stress in our body. All right. So when your cortisol is actually released, right, it triggers the alarm, and we all get into this stress mode. You cannot sleep, you cannot think properly. You start eating. A lot of people also started to shut down their appetite as well. So it could be either way. So then you can see that they are anxiety, depressed. They can be very skinny, or they can be overweight. These are alarming factors you guys have to take note of. And this is how anger can change your brain signals. It elevates the cortisol that causes the neuron to accept too much calcium. And the calcium overload can make cells fire too frequently and die. Your brain starts to shut down. And this too much cortisol will decrease the serotonin. This is what we call the happy hormone. So people smoke, they drink alcohol and things like that. Those are all fake triggers for your brain to tell them that they're happy. But actually, it's all chemically induced, which is fake, artificial. A decrease in serotonin can make you feel angry and pain more easily. So then people start losing their temper. They start fighting with their bosses, their colleagues, their spouses, their families. These are all signs that the cortisol in your body is high. And then if we don't find a way to release this anger, it builds up with toxicity and it becomes depression. This is how people get depression. It all starts from the root cause, the stress. And this stress hormone affects every single organ in your body. Let's talk about the heart. The heart rate starts to increase. Your blood pressure starts to rise. Your arteries starts to clog up. Your sugar level, your fatty acid level starts to shoot up as well. There are a lot of people, they don't understand, how come I get diabetes and high blood pressure and things like that? It's because your body is stressed. So then if people don't exercise, they sleep late, they work late, they got no life, that will basically inflame their entire system, and they could go into stroke, they could go into Alzheimer's, dementia, and things like that as well. Those are chronic illnesses, right? So when the symptoms become chronic, the blood vessels become clogged and damaged. This can lead to stroke and heart attack. So your immune system starts to shut down. Your thyroid function decreases. Your natural killer cells, which is your soldiers in your body to fight off infection, inflammation, viruses, bacteria, starts to go down. That's why people fall sick easier. And you start attracting negativity. Your frequency in your body starts to go down, and then you start inviting all this negativity. And a lot of times people can actually hallucinate, and they can see spirits and things like that as well. So this is why managing stress is so important. And of course, not forgetting the cancer risk increases. So your digestive system will shut down, all right? And you no longer be able to digest properly. Your bowel movement doesn't move well as well. Especially you get glaucoma, and your eyesight starts to be in problem as well. So then migraines, headaches, and bone density decreases, especially in female, because female has more hormones than men. So especially after menopause, their bone density starts to decrease if they are even more stressed. If you have female friends that are always angry, it's all hormonal issue, and it begins with the stress, and it basically takes a toll on their body. One of the ways to decrease stress is to love more. Now, by love, it doesn't mean husband and wife. It could be between colleagues. It could be between friends as well. It could be between family members. It could be your pets as well. When this happens, your body will produce a hormone called oxytocin, right? This is natural love hormone, and it decreases the risk of heart rate, low blood pressure, improved immune health, faster recovery from illnesses, and we live longer as well. So live, love, and laugh more. So this will in turn produce oxytocin more in your body. Sometimes we work in corporate and everything is so stressful, we forgot to love and feel with our hearts. So now we are bringing this back so that people can actually feel themselves better. This is very important. And the way that it's done, injecting oxytocin rapidly rejuvenates the old tissues. On top of using X39 and Aeon, when you love more, you care more for people, you do more charity work, you visit the old folks' home and things like that, you will start receiving a lot of love from the public as well. So that's why we do this willingly as well, because we feel that giving back to the community with what we know, we will receive something else from the universe. So young tissues become old tissues, and then old tissues will reform. So these are all scientifically proven. And you can also look at magnesium supplements. So important trace minerals in stress management, different types of forms of magnesium. I know that the best form of magnesium supplements comes in powder form, all right? Or it can be a form of spray as well with these ingredients inside. So you can also get it from food, tofu, salmon, banana, broccoli, almond, sesame seed, avocado. I love avocados, black beans, pumpkin seeds as well. There are a lot of food that can help us to manage stress better. So forget about the fast food or like those very oily food and things like that. Eat healthily. Your brain, your heart, every part of your organs can start to function properly as well. Talking about the LifeWave patches and how we can manage pain better to get better relief. Because when you're stressed, your body shuts down and your joint starts to ache. Every part of your body, migraines happen, and then you just feel very unwell because these are all blockages. And pain is definitely a result of energetic blockage. Aeon patch increase the energy in the cell. It increases the tissue conductivity. So then when this happens, it increases the energy flow. Now, when your energy is positive in your body, it starts to unblock all the block channels. That's why meditation is so powerful, because why yoga is so powerful, because it starts to unblock all the parts of your body as well. Optimize the process, cells begin to behave like younger cells again. So then potassium can have anti-inflammatory and pain relieving effects. So this is true when this paper came out. Adequate potassium intake can have anti-inflammatory and pain relieving effects as part of a balanced diet. So this probably may benefit symptoms management of rheumatoid arthritis. People that have gout or arthritis are RA, so their joints starts to harden. Now, when your diet incorporates potassium and magnesium inside and using the patches as well, your relief will be much better. And over time, this will all clear up as well. So it takes time. You have to persevere through, right? These are the foods that has high potassium level. So of course, for kidney people, you have to manage it properly. You need a proper nutritionist to help you with this diet as well. Here are some clinical studies, and in 2015, why ACE patches actually they did a study on this, and it can produce a relaxing effect as soon as 20 minutes. Now, how many of you have used Aeon here for more than 6 months, and you feel happier? You feel that you have lesser stress. You feel that you think better. You feel that you sleep better, right? This is something that I experienced it myself as well, because previously I was also a very stressful person, right? Chasing money, chasing career and things like that. And then everything just disappeared. But when I started to use the patches, I actually felt much better. I think better, and I attract abundance more. I give it time for my body to heal, and I think so much better now. These are things that we experience it ourselves, and it really, really works. This is basically some of the doctors that have actually used it on their patients, and they've seen tremendous improvements. That's why a lot of doctors in America, Australia, Europe, Singapore, Malaysia as well, they're using this technology to help their patients to get well faster. Don't you think that this is something that is truly beautiful? That rather than feeding them long-term medication and changing their medication, there's a lot of side effects. It's just crazy. These are the things that I saw in my own eyes when I was practicing as a pharmacist. That's why I left after 10 years. It's not about the money anymore. It's about the fulfillment and joy that I cannot actually have. But in LifeWave, it's very different, because every day I get good morning messages. I get positive messages from people that are using the patches to say that, wow, they feel better. They eat better. Their daughter eczema is better. They sleep better. So this is more than $1 million already. Yeah, although $1 million in my pocket right now is going to be even better. Yeah, this is something that that in animals and human beings as well. The reduction of inflammation you can see through a thermal scanner. This is a special camera, right? That before and after using it, it starts to reduce. If you're using this every single day, can you imagine the toxins that we put inside? We cannot control because if we eat a lot and I don't cook, so then this is something that I use to reduce my inflammation. The air is toxic, everything, the radiation. So we need to find a way to clear, right? Because if our body is highly inflamed, we are attracting a lot of other diseases coming in. I strongly actually encourage people to use this. I always tell people that this is not a magic patch. Diet, exercise, sleep comes hand in hand. When you add on the patches, it does wonders. If you are in pain, you can start using the LifeWave after you have completed your Aeon and X39 cycle as well. LifeWave is a very powerful painkiller, and when you use together with X39 Aeon, it's amazing. Okay, so then you can also try the glutathione and carnosine patches. These are the patches that are basically with the company, but we all start with X39 Aeon. This is what it does, is to reduce the stress in your body, promotes relaxation, anti-aging, and ease tension. If you are someone that exercises a lot and use Aeon, your muscle soreness will start to reduce over time. Yeah, you find that your body is getting stronger. Okay, so try it out. And this is how the technology works. Your body emits heat in the form of infrared. You cannot see with the naked eye. That's why the special thermal camera scan is actually available in the airports, right? During the height of COVID, when people wanted to fly overseas, the custom will stop you and look at you based on the thermal scanner. If your body is highly inflamed, your body shows red color. But if your body is healthy, it shows blue and green, right? So that is the energy that we cannot see with our naked eye. So what happens is that when you use the patch, can you see this on my hand right here? The ingredients inside are organic crystalline amino acid. It melts when it touches your body and it forms a little crystal lattice like a mirror. When your body is emitting heat every single second, light, right? Your patches actually acts like a mirror that reflects the energy that is being emitted back inside your body for faster self-healing. So this is what we call the wavelength of light. And this signals the body to produce health benefits unique to each LifeWave patches. Just apply it on the skin, your meridian points. Like this part of my hand is where the digestion metabolism point is. So I never used to be able to put on weight. I was never a heavy person, right? Now I'm at my heaviest and I'm only 60 kilo. So for my height at 172 cm, I should be about 6 kilo. When during my lightest time, I was about 55 because I have a lot of metabolism gut issues. When I started using this technology, I slowly put on weight. I started going to the gym and then I started putting some muscles on as well. I can see the progress in myself. When you get the energy back, make sure you exercise. Do something with it. Step 2 is activated by your own body that the patch reflects wavelength of light in the infrared spectrum. Nothing enters the body, it's non-transdermal. It's just a reflection of your own energy. It stimulates cellular activity and the production of peptide beneficial to the body. This is a very advanced technology that people do not understand, and it's so powerful, so simple as well. How to use now? These are the meridian points of Aeon. Can you see here? There's one picture that I patched is right here. Yeah, so you can patch it on your foot, or, like on your ankle, at the back of your neck, right? Find your sweet spot because everyone's sweet spot is different. But for a start, if you are new here today, patch it at the back of your neck. All right. So then let that happen. If it's itchy, move it around. This is how it works. And most people carry stress in their neck or shoulder. That's why with the back of the neck first. This is how we start normally. Morning time, 12 hours, X39, because X39 is proven to elevate the most important peptide in our body, copper peptide, that can support healthy stem cells production. This is clinically proven to enhance overall vitality and wellness. At night, remember to take it out, the X39, and put on the Aeon because it's clinically proven to reduce the stress in your body and it promotes relaxation. If you put on Aeon and you can't sleep at night, you got a lot of energy, switch it to the morning together with the X39. At night, don't patch. So a small community will have this problem. They cannot sleep at night at the beginning. Switch it around, X39 Aeon in the morning, and at night, you don't patch. You let your body rest and see how your body reacts to it. If you are persistent enough, good things will happen. Why this combination? A lot of people ask, Chinhua, can I just use X39? Or can you just use Aeon? My advice is that it's best to use X39 and Aeon together. And why? Because stem cells are drawn to the site of inflammation to heal damaged tissue. Now, if you don't use Aeon and our inflammation in our body is high, it's like the picture on the bottom left, the house is on fire. So then unmanaged inflammation kills stem cells. So to allow stem cells to survive longer and differentiate to required cell types for repair, we must first reduce the inflammation by using Aeon. During the fire, the fireman will come and put off the fire first. If you use X39 alone and you don't use Aeon, the healthy stem cells that's being produced will be killed off by the inflammation. That's why Aeon is a fireman. Yeah, that is very powerful. After the inflammation reduced, you use together as X39, your healthy stem cells can regrow faster. It's more powerful that way. So with this, I end my short presentation, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little presentation.